Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole war chant is going full throat. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. The Seminoles will put total leather to crank us up. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. The flash, the style, the swagger, these two really define an era of great college football, and it's always fun to see them square off.
So well put, Reese. I mean, two flashy programs, and when they're rocking, they're rocking. The state of Florida's rocking. Everybody's wanting to go to Miami and Florida State. This is a big one, Palmer.
Yeah, and David, you and I can appreciate this because we were playing back in the day when these two programs really had it rolling, when they had so much NFL talent and speed on the field, it seemed like each and every year. And this was a game that always seemed to determine the national championship picture at the end of the year. Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Still running at the 40. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes so that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season, to the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So Florida State's offense will go to work for the first time today. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Now on first down from the 30. Looking to move it through the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, no!
How about the bomb, the long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Woodside. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. On the move. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. And the Canes headed quickly to the line. In a series that's been defined by close games, the last meeting was not that as the Canes blew them away.
And they jumped out all over the Noles early in that game. They kind of established that rhythm and swagger. And, David, you know, when this team gets the swag and they start feeling themselves, it's ball game. It's over.
When they get it going and the talent they have, they always have upper-end talent on their teams. It's just, can they meet that talent? Can they exceed it sometimes, occasionally? They were up for Florida State a year ago. Let's see if Florida State can return the favor.
Looking downfield, it's Burden. Fires to the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. They didn't get too greedy there. They knew what they needed, and he gets it just past the sticks.
Yeah, and I'd like to see the defense maybe be a little bit more aggressive, a little more in the face, because QBC's easy access. I'm going to throw the football. My receiver's got a little bit of space. He can get the first down. I'd like to see the defense make him work for it a little bit more.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. The play action fake. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
On second down, he'll let it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Using the quick game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. I really like this call to go for it on fourth down in this area of the field. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the right. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. And we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on. But with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
And now on second down for this offense. Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They go to the ground. Tripped up for the tackle.
Really nice play call there on second and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up the third and manageable situation.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And the holder will place it down on the left hash, a 47-yard try coming. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Burden. It's caught downfield. Flying out to the left. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. The Canes want to crank the tempo. The give to the back. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
Coming out with it, it's Richardson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game.
Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag. It's just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Fires it incomplete. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
Yeah, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? And Florida State was in the ACC. This was kind of an interconference battle every time they played, but no doubt, David, this game just holds so much more significance for both programs.
Both in the state of Florida. Florida State, Miami, the uniforms are so great, the lineage, the history of the players, so it does. It feels like this rivalry's been playing a lot longer than since 1951.
Lost one deep down the right side. They intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He'll run it again. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, the power run here. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. A lot of urgency for this offense.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Looking for a man. It's Burden. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Quarterback checking off. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Off the play fake on first down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Nice move to pick up yardage. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for a block. It's Sanders. Slips through the line. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on second down. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Dropping back, it's Burden. Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Hurricanes send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. That last completion has him set up second and short. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And the Seminoles get it past the sticks. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. to the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside in the toe drag for the big pickup.
Love the play by the wide receiver because he didn't get lazy. He adjusted his route accordingly so the depth got past the first down marker, and now he's helping out his offense keep the drive alive.
Going up top on first down. Quick completion on the out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
Fires and picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Cornerbacks have to have great instincts, and they have to have great field awareness. They got to understand where they are and how that relates. You got to understand the sidelines there. So I don't need to get too close to the sideline. He understood that. Understand the receiver didn't have very much space to work with, takes advantage of it, and makes the big interception.
He now has 106 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. He wants to throw. Fires to the middle. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
3 straight incompletions and undaunted. They'll go for it on 4th and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Miami.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. A first down for the offense. He's going to pass. Zings it complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Canes racing to the line in a hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Burden. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pulls it in, and end zone. Touchdown, Canes. When he let that go ahead and signal touchdown. He knew it was 6.
And most of the time you hear about those 50-50 balls out wide. Nowadays, with these guys that are so big and strong and so good at going and getting the ball, it's more like 80-20. And you can see just so hard to defend the fade route.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll need some urgency to get something on the board before halftime. 11 seconds to go. It'll be 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. They're bringing heat. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, between the coaches who have matched wits in this game and the players and the unforgettable moments, Miami, Florida State is must-see TV, and today is no different.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the 3rd quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive in the 2nd half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And here's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He's got it. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46.
There on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Looking deep. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Noles are flying down the field. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They'll line up to go for 2. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have it? Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the running back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to him. At the 40, there he goes. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And there they go again, another huge gain on the ground. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Give to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw. It's Burden. Finds his big tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Going to the running game. Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense and help them get a stop. Trying to pound it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now 2nd and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. They're going to run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Richardson. He's got a lot of confidence to bring that ball out of the end zone, but it didn't work out this time, out of bounds at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Makes the grab over the middle. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
Wants to throw on 3rd. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Noles line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
A defense, man, it helps you a lot. And you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Burden. It's complete to the left. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You've got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far.
Throws toward the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. 2nd interception of the day for the Seminoles. It's like they've run a secondary out there with Deion Sanders, Terrell Buckley, and Lee Corsi. so.
And what does Dion say? Look good, feel good, play good, get paid good. These guys in the second.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Caught in the backfield. It's Gilliam. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Third down coming up.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to...
He's loose on the right. The 10. Touchdown, Miami. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Noles.
I think that speed for Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game, and it just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all of that athleticism.
Speed and swag. They got it going now. They got the confidence going. And when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
Offense getting set for 1st down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
Florida State, 16.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll throw it on 1st down. That's caught. It's Hart. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Quick completion on the out route. Still running at the 40. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run play action. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
The offense set for a first down play. The give to the back. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Dropping back, it's Burden. Rifles it down the middle. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Canes. And the beatdown has ensued. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Sam Houston is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by 12 to Jacksonville State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
He's got his man. Tackled after picking up the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Hart. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The Seminoles are marching down the field. Back to the air one more time. Trying to get to him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
Number 9.
He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
And the Canes want to move quickly. They'll try to power their way ahead. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Running back searching for a hole. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves that they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all 3 phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25.
Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. And the Hurricanes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the pummeling has started. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. And the extra point was good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Offense set on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This dude's flown by 200, flown by 300, and now thrown by 400. Almost 450 yards in the ball game. This dude has been on point.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Looking to go up top on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. Pulls it in on the right. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Miami.
They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to throw, it's Burden. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Coming after it. He'll go down in a bit of an unusual way to bring this game to a close. There's a long and storied history of great games.